I just wanted to make a video here for uh, make a short video here about uh, what it's like if I was going to recommend to somebody to purchase if they were going to get into van life, what is out there, and what I see on YouTube people doing, which a lot of it's just totally ridiculous. I mean, you know, it's a totally different ball game to someone who's struggling and trying to scrounge up $3,000 or $4,000 to buy a van or a pickup truck or whatever. And there's not many out there at that price. There's a few out there, versus somebody who's got 30. I mean, a lot of these vehicles, these Sprinters and ProMasters, and you're just looking at stuff that's it's nothing to invest $60,000 to $100,000 in one of those. It's totally out of the question. But if I were recommending somebody to get involved in van life, I would highly recommend. You have to take what you can find out there, but I would spend the time. It's getting tougher and tougher to find these conversion vans. Those are high top vans. They come already custom inside, and that's very important. And that's what I bought. They've now have skyrocketed in price. To get a decent one, you're looking at to get one whenever you're doing a van life or any type of thing where you're living in your vehicle. Dependability is everything. I'd rather have a minivan that's dependable than a conversion van or a box truck or an RV that's not dependable. If you have to service your vehicle, it's extremely expensive. I would not. Whatever you do, it depends on how much you want to drive and all that. If you're going to get a vehicle and go cross country in it and all that kind of stuff, you got to have something it has to be completely gone through. There's no exceptions for that. You cannot have something that breaks down. And a lot of people, I've seen these. It's just mine. They buy this stuff and they're constantly servicing and spending thousands of dollars in tow fees and service and all that. There's not a lot of anyway. I'd rather dependability is everything. So you got to take what's dependable. If it's a pickup truck, put a box on the back. An RV that's dependable, low miles. A conversion van. But these three and four. This one I bought 6 years ago was in mint condition. One owner was $2,800 for a Chevy Express conversion, and it was in mint condition. Mint. It's like brand new when I got it. And everything on it still works. AC still, everything. Rear AC, everything still works. A few little things I've done to it, like belts, starter, fuel pump, that kind of stuff. Batteries. But now that same van now is, especially in the condition that when I bought this one, it's probably worth $7,000 or $8,000. So they've just gone. But a conversion van is already customized out, and that is important. If you can find one, let's just look at it this way. If you get a van that's stripped with nothing, say it was used for commercial purposes, just has nothing in it except the two front seats and it's stripped inside, but it's mechanically sound, then you can customize. You can make it livable inside for probably $1,500, $2,000 to make it, put a bed and some paneling and stuff like that, or some carpet inside, whatever. But if you buy a conversion van, that's already done, and it's done professionally. It's done. I mean, to sit here and show you the interior of this vehicle here, it's beautiful. It's all got AC ducts on top. Originally, it had two captain's chairs, and I had to take them out, but it had two in the front and two in the back. Plus, it had a roll-out bed, which I kept for years, and finally I got rid of it. But it's just the siding and all that's already done. It's got lights up top. It's just there's no way to compare having to do that yourself. It would just be it'd be out of the question. I mean, you could do it, but it's just so. What I'm saying is, if you had $5,000 to $8,000, which is a lot of money, to search until you found a good used conversion van. And I would recommend the Dodgers are all right. The Chevys and Fords, they're just getting now where they're to find one with low mileage and all that stuff that's in good shape. it's tough, boy. It's tough. But dependability is everything, and that's the direction I would recommend to anybody. I wouldn't even think of going any other conversion vans. When I say as far as having room where you can stand up in it, it's just critical. So a high top conversion van, a dependable high top conversion van, and I would go the extra mile and pay the extra money to get a good, clean, dependable conversion van. These minivans, it's amazing. People are in these minivans. I just saw watched the video of some gal traveling over here right down the road from me in a minivan. It's dependable, and that's what matters. I'd rather sleep in something small that's dependable than have something where if it breaks down, you can't have a breakdown ever. When you go on the road, if you have a vehicle if you purchase a vehicle that's been abused, you have to go through all the electrical. You got to go through all the belts, the cooling system, the tranny, the front end work, brake work, all that stuff. It has to be right. You can't get on the highway saying we're going to go on a cross country type of setup here. It's just no. You cannot do it. It breaks down. You have to have it towed. You're screwed. You're looking at. It's nothing to spend $500 to $1,000 just to do anything on it, and you cannot have that. Convert a high top conversion van. Make sure the AC works. A high top conversion van. You could come in. When I got this van, you could come in here and set up a table, cooking, shelving, all that in a day's time. That's simple. You have to remove the two chairs. They're not bolted in. They release them, remove the two captain's chairs that are in the back, and it opens up the whole thing. You can fold the back seat up. It goes into a bed or into a bench seat, and you can put a little table in here. You're done. One day you're gonna have it all ready to be on the road and go. Conversion van, high top, stand up. You can dress. You can without standing up. You just screwed yourself. But it's still gonna be tough no matter how you do it. But dependable high top conversion van is the way to go if you can find a good clean one out there. That's about it. That's it. Yeah, that's about it. I got all other kinds of shit to say, but